If this area is just going to be offices. There, that can be this can be the warden's office, that can be the financial officer, and then we'll figure out the rest from there. We have the ones that matter. Go ahead and lay the walls down. There we go. Oh. I've goofed up a little. Hopefully it won't notice. Sorry, Mr. Warden, your office is probably going to be a little smaller than you wanted. But it happens. What you gonna do? Doors for all of you, because you get all fussy if I don't give you doors. Doors are a luxury. There's the lighting. And as you can see, the utilities, once you have a conduit going in, it reaches out to a certain distance with smaller wires, which are automatically put in. Essentially, as long as the room's green, you're okay. Now we need the walls for the canteen. I'm gonna put a wall out that far. I don't know how big the serving table is again. Canteens require a serving table for you to serve the inmates with. Now, the holding cell doesn't have to be this big, and I want some room for showers and toilets and stuff like that. The important things. So this is going to be a shower area. Toilets are out in the open, which unfortunately they're in prison, so they don't really get to say in the matter, frankly. I'm of the opinion that if I was to enclose all the toilets where I can't see them, they'll probably do things like stash drugs or something else that's horrible and makes me sad. So, here we go. Put some drains in for the shower area. And a large jail door, so remote privacy in the shower. And then we will put the toilets along here. There we go. Now, to complete a holding cell, it needs toilets and a bench. I usually give them beds too, because, you know, why just have a bench? So we'll put a bench along here. And then we will lay down some beds, because, you know, I wouldn't want them to feel that bad about it. 4, 6, 7, 8. There we go. 8 beds. And now I need to do the plumbing for the showers. At least a little bit. There we go. Now that's fine. And there we go. That's all hooked up. Now you can see the problem with the canteen / kitchen area is the conduit runs into the kitchen, which it needs to. However, it doesn't seem to count as going into the canteen fully, so we just add a little conduit on the side. I understand in a way, I mean, if there's a wall, it counts as blocking it off a bit, but it is still kind of silly. Same thing's actually happening here. And then we'll just go ahead and fix that now. So, we still have $42,000. What? Oh. Come on, guys. We need that service door. Thank you. What does a kitchen need? It needs stoves. It needs sinks. And a refrigerator. There we go. And the canteen needs a serving table. We'll go ahead and do it that way. Yeah. We may end up bodging the mechanics a little bit for now, we'll put the serving table there. That way I can enclose the kitchen at a later date if I feel like it's necessary. Because honestly, prisoners can just vault right over that thing. Everyone does. So what else does a canteen need? Tables and a bench, at least. We will give the prisoners more than that. We will do that. There we go. Those are the tables. Put some benches down. Oh, and lighting. Must have lighting. And don't tell me we ran out of power already because I didn't put capacitors down. That'd be very silly. I think that's what that's telling me. Yeah, no, that's certainly what happened. Well, see, that's why we don't need prisoners yet, because holy crap. So, in lieu of this happening, we will put down some capacitors. In fact, we'll go ahead and mount them all up, so I don't have to deal with it later. Could you imagine what would have happened if prisoners were in there when that happened? And we're ready to turn back on. There we go. We have light again. That was really weird. So, that's ready to go. Sink needs its own water. And what else do we need? We need a few lights out here. And soon I'll be deleting the pathway. In fact, I can do that now. There we go. We can once again see the yard without all these wonderful paths in the way. And we will go ahead and pave this area over. Maybe some trees to deal with. And we need to put a nice prison door right here. And it's now 4 AM. We can go ahead and make the hit for prisoners. Start with some low risks so they don't kill each other. And they will be here in 4 hours. Which means I need guards. We will start with 4 guards. That should be enough to handle minimum security requirements. And of course they need cooks. 2 cooks right there. And we need to get the janitors. And to get janitors, we need to have our warden and everything else in there. So it's time to take a look back at the office. Offices need desks so they can type away and do their what passes for a job. There we go. And I need a file cabinet to keep all of their important files about tax evasion and whatever else they get up to. I don't know. Okay. Prisoners will be here in practically now. We'll see how this goes. Alright. The first load has arrived. We're closing intake for now. Actually, we'll keep it open for one more. And here they are, waiting. What wonderful characters have we been graced with today? Ed Damon, 9 years for fraud. That's not very interesting. 4 years for perjury. The Brain Flush. J. Brainflush Siddell. Indie video game piracy. Ah, the worst. The worst sort of people. Pirate all the AAAs in the world, but never touch an indie game. Never. And apparently does a lot worse than that, but, you know, he's here for the indie video game piracy. I guess after his harder time spent, he's now retiring to the country club to serve out the rest of his service. So the offices should be ready. That means we put in our warden, who is amusingly enough completely generic. And immediately, not happy with the big office I gave him, the second largest office, the warden goes for the closest one, which is smaller, and he's mudding it up with his boots. Ugh. It's a good thing he opens up bureaucracy for us, because that means we can get new stuff through research. And he is going to research maintenance for me. Finances are important. Money laundering and offshore tax accounts are totally important, and I totally understand. At the same time, I feel like I need to keep the place clean. And here we have our prisoners enjoying their first meal at my wonderful detention center. Apparently, they all want to be free. I don't blame you guys. And I just realized something. Other than the fact that they're running around like mad lunatics in the yard. They can steal stuff from the canteen, and I wouldn't know any better. Well, I should probably put these down. A few metal detectors foil their plans, whether they be heinous or not. And we'll be cool. We'll give them some phones so they can, you know, call people. Never know. They may want to do that. And even though there's some nice trees for them to sit under and talk about the incredibly boring day they have sitting in a box, I will also give them some weight benches. Now, metal detectors have to be directly powered from the grid, so because this will become an issue later, and I'm going to have metal detectors on the other rooms, I'm going to run this conduit right down through here. And actually, we're going to go ahead and run it right there as well. Because it will come a point where I'm going to want to have metal detectors on the holding cell too. In fact, since I have them, I might as well put them down now. Oh, but bureaucracy finished. Warden has got the maintenance guy up, so now he can research finance. We are going to put Mr. Maintenance Foreman in this office here. He actually stays in the office he was told to take. That's nice of him. And we're going to research cleaning for 2,000 because we totally need it. God, that sounded like Jeopardy. I'll take janitors for 2,000. I haven't seen Jeopardy in a while. I probably shouldn't make jokes about it. It's probably terrible. Do I have lights in there? I should. I do. I have a light in the middle hallway, but I guess no one's there to see it. Do I have lights here? I don't. Oh, man, these poor prisoners. I am so sorry. There was no lights for the prisoners. That's horrible. So I feel like we need to build deliveries up a little bit. So I'm going to get my foreman to get his workers to do things like chop down trees and build a storage area. Because we totally need it. As you can see, when jobs get done, they just leave stuff around. We can't have that. Okay, so that's ready to go. Let's hit foundation again. And we will build a Another building right there. And we will give it a staff door. We'll give one here, and we'll just let them put whatever lighting they want in it. Whatever happens, happens. Now, it would help if I hooked it up, right? That might be a thing. And accounting is ready to go as well. The warden is really moving along with his duties. And so is cleaning. So, accountant lady gets her office, and we can hire janitors, which we desperately need. 4 janitors and 4 guards. Seems equal. And as you see, the janitors will get to work cleaning up everything as fast as they can. And we will turn, as soon as I find it. I love losing stuff all the time. We'll turn this area into storage. So that way, if there's stuff lying around that isn't garbage, then they will take care of it. And they will put it there. Also, we need some lights here. This place is dark and creepy. I'm not trying to make the set of a horror movie. We'll go for that. And what about some windows? I think my prisoners would like to see outside. I don't know. Maybe that's taunting them, I'm not sure. I may be being really horrible. Windows for the prisoners. And there we go. All the wood's been nicely collected too. That's very good. And the next load of prisoners is coming in. That means we need to hurry with the holding cell. Or not with the holding cell, with the main detention center. Or else I am going to have a riot on my hands quicker than I don't know what. We did finish the grant. So we have more money to build that main center. I wonder... Yeah, we should have enough foundation. Oh, man, that is a lot of money. That is a ton of money. Yeah, whatever. If it's that bad, I can just take another grant out. No big deal. And I'm about to get more money because more prisoners are about to show up. That has a lot of building material. Oh, slowly rolling in. I don't know why anyone would want to escape from here. I mean, look how beautiful it is. There's a lake and trees, and they're just locked up in a concrete box. Oh, it's no big deal. Oh man, we're shipping him in right into the concrete, right into the bricks. That's no way to arrive. With a sleeping guard right next to him. I hope no one tries to escape.